Hey team, today we're looking at what is a restriction. And so, a restriction, they are numbers that can't be in your domain. That cannot be in the domain. And so, think about your domain. You have a domain and range. These have to deal with your x values. So what can't x be? So if we look at these two examples right here, well, we can't divide by a 0 ever in any equation. So here, to make this 0, well, x would have to be a positive 2. And that's the same case right here. X would be a positive 2. That would make our denominator 0. We can't divide by a 0. So in both of these examples, your restriction would be a positive 2. X can't be a positive 2 in either of these two examples. Now you get two results. You're either going to have something called a hole or an asymptote. And so you either get these two results, but both of these are still restrictions. And so here you get a hole when you have items canceled, because we notice we could simplify this further and have x minus 2 cancel x minus 2. Over here there are nothing that cancels, and so we end up getting an asymptote. And asymptote is just a line that a graph approaches as x or y increases in absolute value. In this case we're looking at a vertical asymptote because we'd have a vertical line at positive 2. And so if we check out the graphs, if you freeze frame here, notice we have our lovely line, but we have a hole at positive 2. It's undefined there because you can't divide by a 0, so you'd have a little hole in your graph. If you look at this one over here where we don't have anything canceling, as we approach the value of positive 2 on your graph, well, you notice it's different. Right here at positive 2, well, we're increasing in value. This line, sure, it's going to negative infinity, but the absolute value would be positive, and so that's why we say absolute value increases. The absolute value right here at positive 2, that would be the graph for this one, and that's called an asymptote, and here you have a hole in the graph. So whenever you have items cancel, you're going to get a hole in the graph. When items do not cancel, you have a restriction that would result in an asymptote.